Hello Aquarius, Elsie here to do a reading for you, my friends. I'm just here to say thank you. And I just want to say to all the signs this month, thank you so much for your part in getting me to 60,000 subscribers. We're a little bit past there right now, and I just want to say thank you so much. And I'm bringing you a bonus read, and also thanking you so much for the way that you loved on the last reading. Thank you so much for that. Okay, so I've got a new deck here, and I'm going to be using this new deck. It is called the Wild Reflections Tarot, and we're just going to use tarot for this reading today. My readings, when I do bonus readings for you, Aquarius, if you've been here before, you know that I do them for the current energy, the future energy. I'm not looking at anything back there. We're not looking at anything in the past. It is onward and upward for 2025, Aquarius. What is coming up for Aquarius? This could be for today, tomorrow, or next year, my friends. It doesn't always mean that it's around the corner for you. It's a general reading that will not resonate for everyone. Take what is yours and leave the rest. Tell me about Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Aquarius. What do we need to know? We have the Eight of Swords. It almost feels like you're in this place where you've put yourself in your head, Aquarius, which is kind of not shocking for you, but it feels like you feel as though you can't move forward, or you feel as though there's something here that's holding you back, I feel. And that's very interesting. She's got 3 arrows in the quiver. Such beautiful illustrations here. So I feel as though you've had a broken heart recently, possibly a short time ago, and it feels like you carry around this heartache on your back here. That's what it feels like. And so I feel as though you're trying to break away from it, but you feel trapped within the 3 swords. The 3 swords are heartbreak, they're disappointment, heartache. And so I think that you're trying to release that. I think you want to be released from this place. You can see that, this person does not have their arms bound, but the person who the reflection is like you see yourself as being bound to the 3 swords here, being bound to this heartache or heartbreak, possibly. We do have the Strength card, but it is time for you to turn around and face your fears here. It's time for you to be courageous enough to face your fears. Tell me what else we've got here. Aquarius. We've got the Tower. I think that you will. I want to say, I just love these cards. I just love these illustrations. So I feel like this Strength card is telling me here that you're coming face to face with your fears is what you've been doing, because this person is face to face, right, with themselves. I think like you're looking yourself in the mirror, and I think someone here is face to face with their fears, possibly trying to tame the fears or being courageous enough to connect with your fears. We're face to face, but both of their eyes are closed. So I feel like and this one's eyes are covered. So it feels like here that you are trying to come to terms with something. I think that you will. I think the Tower is here for mercy, as it always is. I always say that the Tower always shows up for mercy. And I feel like you are going to be shoved into a new cycle here, I want to say. The Tower is here to shift things. It is a shocking change in your life. I feel like you go from the Eight of Swords feeling like you can't get out of some sort of heartbreak that you've been stuck in the mind. It's a place where you put yourself, right? This Eight of Swords is a prison of the mind that you put yourself in. And then we have the next step, it seems, which is the Strength card, which is now I can turn around and face my fears and tame the fears, that maybe the fears that I have about the 3 of Swords, the disappointment, the heartbreak or heartache, maybe it's time for me to face that and do it with courage. So the Tower here, I feel, is the shift of your mindset, is what it feels like. You're having a big shift of a mindset here. You're in the midst of some sort of tower for some of you. It could be going on right now for you for sure, but it could be future energy. Maybe this isn't energy that you've come across yet. I always see Leo as very brave. My son is very brave, and he's overcome a lot of adversity in his life, and that's just Leo's energy. So I feel like you are somebody who, I think your opposite sign is Leo. So I feel like you're somebody who who is really brave. I'm going to say that you're really brave, and that you're deciding. I think the strength that you're gathering here, the courage, is to face the tower, is to face some sort of big shift that's coming up for you here, Aquarius. We've got the Nine of Swords. We've got the Five of Wands in the reverse, and we have the Sun, more Leo energy. So we've got the Empress energy here. The Empress energy on the bottom of the deck. The bottom of the deck for me is always the future energy. We'll talk about that in a minute, but let's get back here. So I feel like you are making strides. I'm going to say it's not like you're not making strides. I feel like with the 8 and then to the 9 of Swords, it feels like you finally get out of this place where you're stuck, where you feel like you're in a jail of the mind, I would say, and then finally you get into this place of the 9 of Swords. Now the 9 of Swords is a place, as you can see, is somebody with their head in their hands, right? It's worry is what it is. It's looking too far into the future, looking too far into the past. It's not paying attention to the present moment. But then I think the Sun shows up for you. I feel like the Sun shows up for you here and gives everything clarity. I feel like it wakes you up. We've got somebody who's banging a gong here. It's like, I don't know if you've ever been next to a gong, but it's like it really reverberates, right? It feels like it's something that you're feeling with your whole body. There's a vibration that is within you that you're feeling within your whole body here. It feels like when the Sun comes out and you do see the 9 of Swords for what it is, I feel like you decide to let it go. And in that letting go, I feel like that's when the Tower comes in, because now you've sent this energy to the universe with the 5 of Wands in the reverse, is that I'm no longer holding back. I don't want to hold back anymore. I want to be courageous. I want to move forward. I want to step into who I really am. So I feel like the universe hears you. I want to say the universe has heard your plea, and I feel like that's why the Tower comes. Now, when you're ready to release with the 5 of Wands in the upright, it is indecision. I can't make a decision. I'm beating myself up in the 8 of Swords about this, whatever went wrong in the 3 of Swords, the sadness or heartbreak or heartache or the disappointment that you had been stuck in, I feel like, for a little bit. But the 5 of Wands is no longer holding back. When it's in the reverse, it's like I'm no longer in indecision. I'm no longer holding back, and I'm no longer beating myself. And in that, beating myself up, and in that energy, I feel like the Tower comes to bail you out. Like, I want to say the Tower shows up and everything shifts, and the Tower is the illusion you built up. Maybe this was a relationship, maybe this was a job, maybe this was a friendship, but it was an illusion that you had built up. It was something, you saw it as something that it actually wasn't. And I feel like this Tower here is showing up to tell you that we're now going to reveal to you where you really should be, because you were on the wrong track. The only time the Tower shows up is to put you back on the right track. So I feel like the Sun is important. It feels like the Sun is showing up to give you growth, because everything grows under the Sun, your nails, your hair, you personally, professionally, spiritually. I feel like you're in a growth period right now. And I feel what you're growing out of is this worry that was, I think, interrupting your sleep. I feel like it was hard pressed for you to be able to move forward because your hands are covering your face in this particular depiction. So the Empress is in the distance, and what's beautiful about the Empress is all about love. It is Venus energy. It's Venusian energy. So it is Venusian energy. We've got Libra and Taurus energy here, and so you become, after the Tower shows up, I feel like when you give that signal of letting go with the 5 of Wands in the reverse, that the Sun comes out, and you can see that the Sun is behind the Empress here. I feel like you actually, with your mind, you create the new cycle. And the new cycle is a cycle of the Empress. It's abundance, it's stability, it's not really needing anyone or anything around you. It's being able to stand in your shoes. It's being able to create anything you want. I'm going to say you can create anything. In this transformation, it's really important. I feel like you go from this place of the Tower and feeling stuck. You go to this place of the transformative energy of death, right? It's like you're cheating death almost, I want to say, as we see somebody here who's standing in the middle of stampeding horses, right? And it feels like happiness is what ends up evolving from your transformation. So I feel like somebody here is really in the midst of a really big awakening, because the Death card in the Tower is here and the Empress is here. So either it's a really big revelation about the Empress, possibly, if you're not the Empress, and you could be, right? If you're not the Empress, it feels like you're having some sort of really big revelation about the Empress. It could be someone who's Taurus or Libra, or someone who's at the top of their game. The Empress has a lot of wisdom. It's somebody who has a lot of wisdom, who's very balanced, who's very happy within themselves, but they are a creator of things. They might be a mother, they could be a father, but they are creating their own path as it goes along. So I feel like with this Three of Cups here, for some of you, it could be that you want to have a reunion and change things or transform things between you and the Empress. So, could be a different scenario for either, for those two scenarios. Could be one of the ones that fits for you. Let's find out about this Strength card, though, because I feel like you are finally, you're finally facing some fears that you had. And I think the fears might have been partly about being alone or being left out, or maybe just not having the courage to face the next shift. It's like, I don't want to face any more trials in my life. I've had enough trials. Tell me about the Strength card, please, for Aquarius. We've got the Ten of Swords. I feel like you can lay that to rest. The Ten of Swords is the end of the cycle. Now, it is painful. It is painful. The Ten of Swords, as you can see, he's got arrows sticking in him, right? It is a painful thing, but I feel like it's the reason why you stayed in the Nine of Swords for so long, in this place of broken sleep and worrying about the future and worrying about the past, and feeling a little bit blue about what went on back there, or feeling really anxious about what's going on in the future. And I feel like this is relief is what it is, because when we get to the tens are the ends of the cycles, and so you can now release the sadness, maybe someone the Ten of Swords is also about being taken for a fool, right? It's about someone deceiving you. And so it's I feel like you're letting all of those things go. I feel like those things were stuck in your mind, because this Ten of Swords is right with this Eight of Swords here. And I feel like you are finally finding the courage to just let it all go. And I think that's really beautiful, because you spend a lot of time in your head, right? We've got, the Two of Cups is here. That's really beautiful. I really think that you are looking forward to love in the future. I feel like maybe this Three of Swords was heartbreak or heartache for you, but I feel like that the only way that you can have the Two of Cups with somebody else is if you let go of the past. This card is in the past position. It's in the past here. And I feel like you're finding the strength to love again. I think Aquarius is what that is. It's really beautiful energy. Tell me more. We have the Ten of Cups. You are finding the courage to love again, to try again, I'm going to say. The Ten of Cups is about the ultimate and the apex of happiness. It's like the happiest card in the deck. And so we do have rainbows behind this family here. So we have children, we have family, we have togetherness. So it could be you and your family, you and your children. But it also could be, maybe you're open to that. Maybe you're open to, their children, your children, bringing everyone under one roof. The Ten of Cups is ultimately emotional happiness. So I feel like the release or the relief that you're getting here with the Ten of Swords, you're finally letting something go from the mind, is making way for some sort of new love to develop here. And I feel like you're looking. The thing is I don't think you're just looking for anyone. I think you're looking for someone who's going to be like your last relationship. I feel like you're looking for someone to get really serious with, to be in a family way with, and I feel like this Tower actually shows up as help. And the Tower is, something that people fear, because a lot of people don't like change. You might be one of them, Aquarius, because you are a fixed sign like me. I'm a fixed sign, I'm a Taurus, you're an Aquarius. And it's hard for us to deal with towers and shifting energies and things that are changing without our approval, perhaps. But I feel like because you've decided to look forward and you're letting this go, that you send energy to the universe saying, I don't need this anymore. And this being the illusion, it falls to the ground. Tell me about this Tower. We have the King of Swords. There you are, friend. It is, this Tower is falling, I would say, for you, not it's not falling to destroy you. It's falling in your favor. I would say it's making you sharper. We've got the Queen of Pentacles here. it's making you clear about what you want to create next. I think you're getting when the tower falls, it's a change of mind. It's a shift in your mindset. And so I feel like because we've got Scorpio and Mars here, and Mars is like war and destruction, it feels like it all falls to the ground. It's like you completely change your mind. And it's almost like you're looking at the tower. I would say here, this person has like a look of, I would say, almost stoicism on the face here. Just checking here in the quiver, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 swords. So it is hardship. It is. I feel like these could be intrusive thoughts too, because the 5 swords are in the quiver. It feels like it could be. Yeah, there is 5 here. So it feels like with the 5 of Swords are in sometimes we get bad thoughts, right? Intrusive thoughts, possibly. I feel like what's happening here is it's pushing away this 2 of Swords energy. I feel like you're ready to take a shot in the dark now, is what it feels like. This person's eyes are covered, and it's like this person is brave enough to raise their bow anyway, and to take a shot at what they want. There is 1 in the quiver, I would say here. And it feels like there is some sort of communication possibly that is going to go on. It feels like maybe you want to speak with the Queen of Pentacles, who could be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Doesn't have to be, but I feel like this, ultimately what's going on here is the King of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles is telling me that it feels like you are changing your mind about something, about what I feel like back here you thought that there was no creation left, that this was it. It was the end of the line. I'm never going to have another chance. But I feel like it's like the King of Swords now has changed their mind and thinking, you know what, maybe I can create something beautiful, something new. Maybe I can plant my own garden and wait for the butterflies to show up. Butterflies are transformation. So it does feel like it's like it gets you out of some sort of a block here. The Tower is showing up for mercy. Tell me about the 5 of Wands, please. We've got the King of Cups. We've got the Star in the reverse, and we have the Ace of Pentacles. So we do have the Ace of Pentacles. To me, it feels like just when you're ready to give up here, it feels as though something changes, because this is disastrous change is the Tower, right? It feels like the old cycle closes, it collapses within itself. And the King of Cups is telling me what you learned from this is you learn to speak your mind, you learn to be honest and truthful with yourself, with everybody else, to make the best decision for you and for everyone involved. I feel like another lesson that the Tower brings is the King of Cups. I think that you were pushed into this energy of learning how to be emotionally available or emotionally intelligent, and not playing your cards, putting them all on the table right away, metaphorically, right? Not putting them all on the table right away. I feel like you have learned to be, these are the 2 Stoics, right? The King of Swords and the King of Cups are the Stoics. I feel like you have learned to be stoic. The Star in the reverse is a little bit of loss of hope. And so it almost feels like you feel as though you've kind of lost hope in finding deep love, or finding someone who's as deep as you, Aquarius. But the Ace of Pentacles tells me that that is actually not what's going on. The Ace of Pentacles is here, and it looks like there has been something growing all along. And I feel like it's in the future. This is the future energy over here. Tell me why the Sun is here. We have the 3 of Wands. You're waiting on someone here. Oh, you're waiting on your perfect match. This is really beautiful. I didn't expect that to come up, actually. And it felt like this was a clarity that you were getting, or you were, and I feel like the growth that comes from being under the sun and seeing everything and having the clarity is you stepping into the shoes of the king. So you're now the King of Swords. You're the master of the domain of the mind, and being honest, being truthful, going over the facts. You're also mastering your feelings or your emotions. And it feels like with this energy here with the sun, what's coming up with the sun here is it feels like what you're waiting on is your perfect match. I feel like you're waiting on your perfect match. I always say that these 2 are formidable opponents, the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords, and they have beautiful sword fights. I know when I say sword fight, I mean like it's like a mental jousting. It's like they never run out of stuff to talk about. There's always, they're all about the sun, the moon, the stars, the politics, anything. They could make a whole conversation conversation out of the tree in the yard. Like these two have they're very verbally well matched and intellectually well matched. And I feel like that's what you've been waiting for. You've been waiting for someone who could match you intellectually, I think. And I feel like you're going to get that. I'm just going to say, I feel like you're going to get that because the Wheel of Fortune is here. And the wheel is about change. It's about destiny and deep change. There's no way you're not going to get this. You have no control over the major arcanas when they show up in your reading. The universe throws them in your reading to let you know this is coming, and then you get two choices, how you will react or how you will respond. This is a major arcana. The Sun is major arcana. These are the life path cards. So between the Fool and the World card, the Strength card, the Tower, we have a lot of changes that are going on here. The Star card, which is Aquarius, but it is also major arcana. So there are lots of changes. You're going through a lot of changes right now. And I would say that with the Three of Wands, that you can see somebody here is waiting. They've got their another cup of coffee set out, waiting for someone. Beautiful scenery. Maybe we're going to go take some pictures in the wild, right? It feels like there's a camera on the table. Feels also like there is light here. It feels like you know that somebody's about to show up or something's about to show up. And I feel if you have that feeling, Aquarius, you're right. The wheel is about to turn for you. It's a wheel of destiny. It's like your destiny is about to show up. And it's also about fixed signs, right? So Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, and Leo, you're one of those fixed signs. So it's changing. I want to say something here is changing. It's also Sagittarius, though, energy. And Sagittarius energy is moving quickly, but it's also ruled by Jupiter, which is expansion. So your life is about to expand. Someone is about to show up and sit in that chair. And I think it is someone who is perfectly matched for you because you are the King of Swords and you've got the Queen of Swords here. Tell me how this all works out here. Tell me about the outcome for Aquarius. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Aquarius. We've got the Knight of Wands, we've got the Chariot, and we've got the Death card. So, and Temperance. So we got two more major arcanas, more changes that are coming here. I feel like there's about to be a conversation between you and the Queen. We do have the Ace of Swords, which is the beginning of something. It's the beginning of conversation. It's a realization that I have found my match. This is the moment of alchemy. Temperance says I'm no longer going back and forth between hot and cold, right? I'm now making a decision. What you're doing here is you're transforming. And I did see that card at the bottom of the deck, right? The Chariot is here and the Death card is here. I feel like you've realized there's no reason to rush. There's no reason for me to rush into it. There's no reason for me to charge at it. The Chariot is the quickest moving energy in the deck. I feel like there's no reason for you to keep your feelings under the surface anymore. The Chariot is also Cancer energy. Cancer keeps everything under the surface. And the Death card is the death to all of it. It's the transformation of it. So the Knight of Wands here is telling me that that you are ready to charge forward at whatever is the passion of your heart. And I feel like this Ace of Swords is telling me there's about to be a conversation here. Look, I feel like you are in this Emperor energy. We've got the King of Swords and the King of Cups. The other two kings are the King of Wands and the King of Pentacles. And I feel like you already have mastered those. Maybe you've mastered your money, mastered knowing what you're passionate about, going and getting what you want. I feel like you're a person who gets what you want. And therefore, those four kings make up the Emperor energy. So you are somebody who is a warrior. I'm going to say you are a warrior, and that's why you're on this throne here, whether you are feminine or masculine. And the Emperor is somebody who has fought a lot of battles to be on the throne as the Emperor. Stability, security. I've got everything that I need, and now I'm ready to pursue whatever I want. The thing is about the Emperor, though, is the Emperor never goes in on anything if they think they're going to lose, because they're very highly intelligent. Somebody who is always very thinking about the facts. What do I need to work out before I get there? And then this king here is the one who is very strategic. So I feel like you're a very strategic person, and the person that you're going to get is the one who is your natural match, I think. I feel like you're about to get a lot of attention here. So the Six of Wands is about maybe being on the high horse, a little bit of egoic energy. This is Leo energy with the sun in the background. But I want to say that you are about to get a lot of attention from somebody, from the Queen of Swords, I feel, or the King of Swords, depending on whether you're the feminine or the masculine leaning. It feels like there is about to be some beautiful energy here. I feel like you feel that you put in a lot of work sometimes into relationships and you never get your justice. Well, the Hierophant is here, so that's about to change. I feel like things are about to get stable and sturdy and solid. We did see the Empress, who is also Taurus and Libra, but this one here is Taurus. A spiritual leader possibly is the person that will make you happy, I feel, with the Nine of Cups here, which is the ultimate happiness here. I'm going to leave that right there. Thank you so much for being here and watching. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for your part in giving me those 60,000 60,000 subscribers. I appreciate you so much, and thank you for your thumbs up. It does make a difference, as you see. This place is growing. Thank you so much for your help. I'm going to go for now, but I'll be back because I'm always back, and I hope you will be too. Bye-bye.